In this video, we're going to cover very basic functions of iMovie. Now, iMovie is a video editing software that comes pre-installed on all Apple computers, and once you get used to using it, it can actually be used to create some pretty compact and useful multimedia projects that can be nice additions to any stories that you're covering that you're going to put up on the Shield website. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and open iMovie. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you just a basic layout and some basic functions so you can kind of get a little familiar with it. And in subsequent videos, we're going to go ahead and begin editing. First thing you want to become familiar with is down here at the bottom, this is what is called your event library. Down here, this is where all of your raw clips are going to be imported to. Over here on the left, you have a list version of your event library. These are where your different events are going to be listed when you're working on your projects. Up here is the workspace, your project library. This is where you're going to pull all of your clips, all of your music, all of your pictures, all of your titles, and all of your transitions, and where you're going to assemble them. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you open iMovie is, of course, create a new project and a new event. Come up to File. Now here you can select a theme. We're just going to go ahead and stick with no theme, but depending on what you're doing, you can select a news theme, a sports theme, a comic book theme, etc. We're going to title our theme. And the next thing is going to be to create an event that will match that project. Again, you're going to go ahead and name your event. Now that we've created a project and an event, we're going to just explore some buttons within iMovie to kind of get you familiar with what they are. Here is our camera import button. If you click this and you have a camera imported or a camera connected, it's going to allow you to import directly from it. Over here, you can record a voiceover directly from the microphone on your iMac or Mac computer, and it'll record it directly into your project library. Here you have a little music icon. This is where you're going to add music to your projects. Now, iMovie comes pre-installed with basic sounds that Apple has approved. These are sounds that you don't have to worry about getting in trouble for in terms of copyright infringement. You can add you can add music to your projects from iTunes. The risk you're running with this, of course, is if you don't have approval from the artist and you add them to, say, a website like the Shield, you can get sued for not getting their clearance. So I would suggest just always using, if you're going to use music, always use the iLife sounds just to be on the safe side. Next to that, we have pictures. If you want to add photos to your project, say you want to make a photo slideshow or add some stills somewhere in there, you can go ahead and click on this button. Now, all of your pictures are going to be contained in iPhoto. So you click here on iPhoto, and then you can go ahead and click on whatever picture you want. All you have to do is highlight it, hold down, and go ahead and drag it to your project library and drop it. It's easy as that. Next to that, you have your titles. These are your title slides. These are going to be slides that you're going to go ahead and add to your project that will allow you to add texts to various aspects of your project. The centered one is usually what people use for the beginning of a project. So you just go ahead and you select that and you drop it in your project. Now once you do that, you're going to be able to change the text, and I'll show you a little bit later when we begin editing how to do that. You can change your font, you can change the size, you can even change the color of the text. Next to that are your transitions. These are going to be the things that you're going to use to ensure that you don't have rough jump cuts and abrupt changes within your video. You can do cross dissolve, cross blur, cross zoom, etc. Basically, you pick whatever is going to work best for you for that project at that time. Now that we've covered some basic buttons and some basic functions, we're going to go ahead and finish this video off by showing you how to upload a clip into your event library so you can begin work. You do that by clicking on File and clicking Import Movies. Now you're going to have to figure out where on your computer your files are located. Mine are located on the desktop, so I'm just going to go ahead and select mine and import them. Now what iMovie is going to do is it's going to process your files, it's going to create thumbnails, and it's going to drop them into the event library. Now once it does that, you now have the ability to go ahead and edit these files. You can select what you wish and drop them into the project library and begin work. We're not going to do that in this video. We're going to go ahead and do that in the next video in this series. But in this video, I just wanted to show you some very basic functions, some very basic